everybody, this is Freddy with FreddyCanFly, and in today's video we are going to be looking at a comparison between two amazing helicopter products. One big, one small, both pack a huge powerful punch when it comes to flying. And we are talking about the M2 from OMP. This is the V2 model. And its counterpart little brother, the M1, which is also made by, of course, OMP. Now, I have to go ahead and just say right out of the gate, don't ask me which one should I buy. Buy them both. There's no reason to have one without the other. Don't ask me which one flies better, you know, which one's for this, which one's for that. No, they are both equally as impressive. They are both they both serve the exact same purpose, right? They kick ass and they take names later. They fly absolutely amazing, both of them. Now, with that being said, I just wanted to look at some of the differences to kind of help you to decide, you know, if there is one that's better in your favor. Now you can see noticeably, right, there is a bit of a size difference between the two. It's not a gigantic size difference, though, mind you. I mean, it's noticeable for sure. But I will say that the M1 and the M2 are essentially clones. They're just scaled down. And when I say clones, that doesn't mean they're identical from top to bottom. But in characteristics, if you will. So they both represent the full metal main rotor, right? We've got the full metal main rotor on both. The one on the M1, I'm going to go ahead and say I favor. It is a beautiful piece of machinery. It looks a little bit more polished, whereas the one on the M2 is a little bit more of a what's the word? Like a matte chrome finish, if you will. But they're both really good, exquisite, you know, construction. Both of them have the brushless tails. Mine are the yellow kits, so yeah, I mean, they look to be similar there. They both have the metal mounting plates. I mean, so they're pretty similar in that fashion, you guys. But I wanted to do a quick comparison video just for those of you out there that are interested. You can kind of see the differences in characteristics of these machines. That way, when you buy one, because I know you're going to buy one, you kind of know what you're shooting for. Now, I'll say this, okay, so the M2 is better suited in the hands of a skilled pilot. Yes, I mean, you could use the M2 for indoors, and when I say indoors, I mean your house. I mean, if you have like an indoor basketball court or something of that nature, yes, I mean the M2 is perfect for that. But for tight places like your kitchen, your living room, or whatever, probably not the best, because this M2 has a much more powerful motor, and this thing could still cause some serious damage to your personal property or even yourself. So I recommend M2 for outdoor flying. That does not mean that the M1 is also not recommended for outdoor flying, because this thing will beat the air up pretty good outdoors. However, for inside flying, this little guy is perfect. I mean, if you're having a lazy Sunday, it's raining outside or it's snowing or what have you, throw it back in this bad boy, set it on your coffee table, and just practice your hovering right around the front room. Nothing to worry about. By far, one of the best micro-sized machines ever invented, in my opinion. Right? Everyone's got theirs. I got mine. I think the M1 indoor flying, absolutely perfect. The M2 outdoor flying, absolutely perfect. I wish I had an M3 and an M4 and an M5 and an M6 all the way up to a 7. If they could replicate this into a 700, I'd buy it tomorrow. I don't know if that's practical, but the way that these things fly, it's a different kind of spin. So under the hoods, guys, I'm not going to pop the canopies off for now, because we all know what they look like. They use different battery packs, yes. They basically, from what I understand, use the same algorithm or fly barless system, if you will. Mine are spectrum based, so they both have the DSMX modulation and satellites. They can use Futaba. Again, they do sell the OMP controller that you guys can purchase one of these. I have not actually used mine yet, but I do plan to try it out. Maybe I'll make some videos using it. Servos, I mean, everything, it's really hard to do a comparison for two helicopters that are basically identical. One's just smaller than the other. But they're both amazing. I can't imagine, if I had an M1, I'd be obsessed with getting an M2. I got my M2 first. I've been obsessed with getting the M1. It's like you can't have one without the other. You need them both. And that's my honest opinion on these things, guys. Get them both. I mean, don't worry about it. And they're not even expensive. They can take a crash, too. That's one of my favorite parts. As long as you're good at cap and throttle hold when you need to, you can lay one of these things down, walk right out and pick it back up. If you do happen to break a part or two, I mean, we're talking a couple dollars here and there. I mean, less than a coffee a day, right? You can save up the money to be able to rebuild these things time after time after time and get yourself ready for a larger machine. So as far as the FreddyCanFly review goes and a comparison between the two, I give them both higher than 5 stars. I mean, there's not enough stars in this world to explain how amazing this product is. They both put a big smile on my face. I'm happy. You guys will be happy. Any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me, and I'd be happy to help you out, guys. I'm going to be making the setup series for the M1 here pretty soon. It's going to basically be identical to the M2 setup, to be fair. Maybe a couple changes and variances here and there, but stay tuned for that. Any ordering questions, I do have these in stock, both M1 and M2, so feel free to message me either on YouTube or on like Facebook Messenger or something. I can go over order options. And also hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, my friends, if Freddy can fly, so can you.